Where's the open man? Way to grab it. Hey, yo, right here. Party him up out. Stay.
You can't play with me.
Shot.
You want the smoke?
Come on, man. Who got the ball?
Hey, yo, right here.
Let's go, you. Box out. Shot! Hey, yo, right here. Come on, baby, put it back up. Shot!
Way to freak. What the foul?
Hey, swing it. Hey, right here.
Hey, grab that strong.
No. And one. That's what the law is about.
There you go, man.
Right there. Come get it.
Whenever I miss those days, visit my Sunday. Running the ground, running around, we losing kids that play. All in the street, following leads, lost their way. Some of them on still, some of them. I'm a real beach boy. Come around my way, left me with they the whole.
Good boy.
To feel my pain, blue strip, switched on me. Mama told me, watch the snakes, keep my. You know you can't never be too safe. Are you with that? I won't get back. I'm gonna fight. Are you with that? I won't big wreck. I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna stack.
Yo.
Are you with that? Won't forget that. Get that song in my past. Are you with that? Like I'm with them. Yeah.
Hey, who got ball? Hey, watch him. Give me that. Shot. Pick, pick! Come get it! Come to me, come to me!
I want to talk to you about what's going on with Othello.
What do you mean?
Word travels fast in this business.
So you want to give me a pep talk? Sorry your life's going down the toilet. Hang in there, kiddo.
Not exactly. But I'll tell you one thing, you're not going to accomplish anything by feeling sorry for yourself. Life's not fair. So what? Get over it.
You know, you have a very interesting bedside manner, might I add.
I'm not your best friend, MP. I'm not here to coddle your ego. I'm here to put the best team possible on the floor, and I can't do that if you get shipped out because you gave up.
Who said I'm giving up? I'm not allowed to be upset.
You're allowed to be upset. But you need to channel that energy in a positive way. Play like your life depends on it and make it impossible for Othello to trade you.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done.
All right, look, I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. I've been in this game a long time. And I didn't get to where I'm at by playing games. When you're where you're at, there's a temptation to try to play things out in the press. All right, well, that might work for the top 1% of players in the league. But for everybody else, it backfires. I'm not saying you don't have that kind of talent, but it's too early in your career to pull that kind of power play. All you can do is produce, and I can help you produce. You just got to trust me.
Coach, I trust you. I just don't think I'm good enough. I mean, right now, I feel like my only choice is to get my hands dirty.
That's not who you are, MP.
No disrespect, Coach, but how do you know that? I'm only 21 years old. I don't even know who I am yet. Not fully. How do you know that's not me?
Clutch Time. If you're not familiar with Clutch Time, it is the funnest mode in my team. We added it midway through the year last year. It's a 5-minute, fast-paced quarter with sudden death overtime, a 4-point line, and a 14-second shot clock. It is so much fun, and for the first time in 2K23, it's available in single player.
So what's after Clutch Time?
After Clutch Time, if you play 10 games in my team, you get an amethyst card of Fred Jones, the 2004 Slam Dunk Contest champion.
And to the surprise of some league observers, a number of rookies are already making huge contributions, Grant.
And it's so much fun to see these young players stepping up, getting thrown right into the fire, and for good reason. When you have 2 or 3 stars eating up your salary cap, you need the guys on rookie contracts to perform, and they are.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. MP is out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Boy, gets the bucket.
Well, things keep working out for MP in the business world. He's come to terms with Ruffles to be a brand representative.
Ooh, that's a nice win there for MP landing that deal. Slowly but surely, he's building his brand. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Oklahoma City ball.
So it's the Thunder now. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Now here's Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Van Vliet.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
MP outside. From deep. The rebound by Favors.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate. And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
MP outside. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Here's Mann. Pass to Favors. And there's the drive. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Toronto's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. MP outside. The long distance three is buried. MP's got 9.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And the Thunder call time here.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go to get back on track.
And the Thunder making a change here. Muscala's checked in. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Boyd. In the game against Houston, very impressive. Grant, you think back to those... Raptors jerseys, big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at...
course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats. Watching SGA run this offense, he's so patient and he reads the defense exceptionally well.
Yeah, Gilgeous-Alexander really plays at his pace, Grant.
You know, B.A., he's one of those guys the defense just can't speed up. And every move is purposeful. No wasted motion. He methodically breaks you down.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, just another one in that long line of Kentucky Wildcats.
Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Favors checked in for Muscala. Baisley comes in for Robinson Earl. Williams is checked in for Wiggins. And it's Mann in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It has been fantastic watching Gilgeous-Alexander continue to improve.
And I love B.A. also, along with his improvement, what we've seen in terms of his leadership and responsibility to this team. He shows a very strong work ethic, and this is why a lot of people are still excited about his growth and progress.
Darius Baisley is out there with Alexei Pokashevsky. Then it's Kenrich Williams. Then there's Derek Favors. And it's Mann in at the point. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Pass to Williams. From downtown. Again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you got to play smarter. Play your game, not theirs. They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Back to Mann. Here's Baisley. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. Siakam outside. And here's MP from outside. And the Raptors, another three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And every team has them. Those games where you just don't have it. Why does that happen, Grant?
Well, B, I think, first of all, 82 games. It's a grind of a season. You factor in traveling, injuries, players out for different reasons. You're going to have moments like this where it just doesn't happen. You know what you do? You learn from it, you move on, and you get ready for the next night.
Pass to Favors. 6 on the shot clock. Good. Favors got his first points of the game.
A qualified interior scorer. Favors uses size and skill to beat his man.
MP outside. And here's Siakam. MP outside. 4-3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
The Thunder have really struggled the last couple of years.
Yeah, remember back when they had Durant, Harden, and Westbrook? Oh, quite a lineup. Not that they need 3 superstars again, but they need some sort of boost.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Back to Williams. And he converts the layup.
And Poku with the processing speed just got rid of that one quick.
Here's Toronto now. They're on a 17-4 run. Van Vliet, the pass to Anunoby. Now here's MP. There's the triple. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Mann. Launches a three. Toronto grabs the miss. Van Vliet's got 4 rebounds now.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is. Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
I love it. Making their own luck. You don't want to let off the gas with the lead. Continue to make things happen.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give them some space, let them get to work.
Offensive rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
MP finds Barnes. That's good.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Stolen by MP. It's good if it goes. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Raptors running away with it. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Here they come, fans. It's your
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And here are the Raptors now. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Fred VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Siakam in at the center.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Yeah, and despite being the youngest team in the league, the Thunder have been solid defensively the last couple years. A great sign going forward for this franchise.
And looking at this Oklahoma City roster, what makes them so good on D?
Well, they have loads of length. The Thunder have made a point to draft players with huge wingspans, making things difficult for opponents scoring-wise.
And that one's good, man.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
MP outside. From deep. And the Raptors, another three.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Favors. VanVleet against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Mann. He's got 5. They double him with MP. Shot clock at 3. And no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
The rebound by Mann. And for the Thunder, they're shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Inside, Williams. Toronto grabs the miss. VanVleet's got 5 rebounds in the game. MP outside from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Bazley. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander against Anunoby. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Boyd. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 43 points.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And we just had to see that Mobile One drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
They get it again. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Favors got his second bucket of the night.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work.
Nine seconds left in the third. He got it up. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with zero pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Ty Jerome. Jeremiah Robinson Earl is out there with Alexei Pokashevsky. Then there's Maladon, and it's Jang in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Pass to Maladon. This one for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Anunoby passes to MP. And Grant, you played on a Suns team whose training staff was renowned. Is that still a differentiator between teams, or has everybody caught up and on the same level now?
You know, B.A., I think everyone's caught up. You know, 15 years ago, the Suns training staff was ahead of their time. But now teams are all much more sophisticated. They understand injury prevention, rest, recovery, really aiding the players, and I think adding years for players on the back end of their careers.
Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
And the Thunder making it.
Substitution on the court.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jang, he's checked in for Baisley. Jerome comes in for Williams. And Maladon subbed in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Jang. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Here's Flynn. We've got 33 seconds left in the final quarter. MP outside. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. MP's got 48. Here's Jerome, covered by MP. Back to Jerome. Pass to Jang. Wiggins outside. Here's Maladon. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm hearing you're thinking about staying after all.
Yeah, things got a little emotional the other day, and this is where I want to be ultimately.
Great. Well, now all we got to do is game plan.
Oh, wait. So, Mila and I...
Look, I'm not saying you can't do the whole good soldier routine, but...
Listen, I just don't want to leave anything up to chance.
We start small.
Okay.
I'll set up a meeting with John Luck. You can tell him all.
Can you believe it? Already, Clark, there's some trade chatter out there. And we've only played a handful of games.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, sometimes people want instant oatmeal. Sometimes you got to put that thing in the pot and stir it up for a little while. Social media has really ramped up the pace and size of expectations for players, coaches, front offices, and fans. Everybody's getting scrutinized because of social media. Pipe down, folks. Pipe down.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Ed VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Siakam in at the 5. And Boyd gets it to go. And some big news for MP with his endorsements. Greg, he'll be one of the faces representing Gatorade in short order.
And you think back to all the famous stars who have represented Gatorade. Now, adding MP to that group, that is a huge honor.
From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Boyd's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Raptors. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Turner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Tossing around that 250 lbs, Turner going right through the contact.
MP outside. Teardrop shot. Anunoby in the corner. Raptors moving the ball around. MP outside. And again, Toronto with the triple. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
And so here is Indiana. After the three-pointer from Boyd, Duarte's shot good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump, and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. 4-3. Have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thanks, David. And so here is Indiana. After the three-pointer from Boyd, Duarte passes to Hield. No good, shot missing. Good defense by MP.
2 minutes.
And here's Toronto. They're on a 15-4 run. Well, here we are, Greg, looking at the Indiana Pacers. They've been looking for a star player to lead the way. Have they found it?
It's so tough for the small market teams like them to acquire this type of talent. They know they have to draft well, develop their players within the program. Hopefully they'll be able to mold some of these young ones into stars moving forward.
Again, Hield missing.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Van Vliet. And he banks in the lane.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Turner. Brissett comes in for Jalen Smith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. A new group in now for the Raptors. Ken Burch is checked in for Siakam. Achua comes in for Barnes. Otto Porter Jr. he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Trent subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now, here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's McConnell. Up top, Hield. Defended by Trent. And the wide-open shot from McConnell. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Achua kicks to MP. Pass to Trent. Back to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Pacers trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basketball. And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
McConnell against MP. That will count. Just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect.
Here are your Indiana Pacemen.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, they've got MP. OG Anunoby is out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Siakam in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them. The Raptors are only a few years removed.
Substitution on the court.
MP looking around. Wasted no time on that one. Boyd's got 24. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Pacers trail by 16. Has to be Johnson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Kem Birch comes in for Chris Boucher. And Trent subbed in for Flynn. A three from MP. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient off. Not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Halliburton is out there with Buddy Hield, and there's Miles Turner, and it's Smith, and it's Duarte in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal? You think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
And Boyd gets it to go.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's Duarte. He's guarded by Anunoby. And that one goes long.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out to the right wing. Here's Duarte. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Ugh, ugly start. Second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And Boyd gets it to go.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
The Pacers still looking to find their way a bit. Struggled last year in Rick Carlisle's return, but I think the future is bright. Ended up near the bottom of the Eastern Conference, but they've got some nice young pieces to build around.
The shot's good from Halliburton.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And here's Toronto. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Boyd can't get it to go. Mark, you know about Indiana. The Pacers, a young team that's still looking for a leader.
Yeah, they're in growth mode right now. Clearly a team in transition, but that's not always bad. I mean, I love some of their young pieces, and I'm excited to see what this team can look like in a year or two.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much.
You know, most NBA first-round picks are one-and-done guys. But Chris Duarte took a different path, starting his collegiate career in junior college.
And Greg, when Chris Duarte got drafted in 2021, he was 24 years old.
How about that, Kevin? The oldest first-round pick in almost 20 years. Duarte showed maturity during his first year. Great defense. Not someone you have to spend a ton of time developing.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Miles Turner. Brissett comes in for Smith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And then for Toronto, Achua, he's checked in for Barnes. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for OG Anunoby. And Trent subbed in for Fred VanVleet. To the paint, here's Bitadze, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Yet another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Healed outside. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Bitadze, covered by Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. Healed, kicks to McConnell. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. MP outside for 3. The offensive rebound. Count that bucket.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Pass to Duarte. Here's Brissett. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Healed the pass to Duarte. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by Indiana. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. McConnell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. McConnell's got his second bucket tonight.
And not just a scorer. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
MP outside. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody. Touch somebody.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
The end of the
To
game.
come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
I spoke with Ashley, and she was clear about the ground rules for this interview.
Okay, so they wanted to ease my transition to the starting lineup.
So this was a top-down initiative?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, man, he literally forbid me from doing any of the activities.
Wow, okay, so why do you think he was so against you having these...
Say the truth, John. I'm not sure.
YMP, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I thought you might.